Good afternoon, guys. Thanks for coming out. Again, we appreciate you guys covering us, and excited. We just had two good practices. Finished our second one this morning, and we got a lot of work done. A lot of situational work. Guys had a good look, and we know what the challenge is, both in all three phases, and then certainly the environment that we're facing. So a lot of people have been to Nippert before, and that was before they spent $80 million on it, and clearly it's a tight environment and tough place to play. So our guys know what the challenge is. We've been working on a lot of no cadence and a lot of sound in all three phases, so it's going to be a good challenge for us. Questions? Yeah.
Thank you. Just what challenge does that present? Does it change what you do?
Yeah, well, I think, you got to get some stops, you got to get some stops. You got to get off the field on third down. You got to find a way to, get to the quarterback or take the ball away. There's great challenges there. If you don't do any number of the things that I just mentioned, you're going to be in for a long day. You can't let them have time to throw the ball and get vertical. They're a good run after catch team. So many of the receivers on their team have so much experience, and their catch resume is phenomenal. So I think they have a lot of guys that can do things with the ball after catch. So we have to play a lot of people. We can't be in a situation where we're tired or we're light guys. So we got to all those things go into play here, certainly, and things that we've been discussing since last week.
The challenge of the environment, does that give them an extra? Sorry, you're forgetting about the microphone. Does going into Nippert, on a Thursday night, only game on nationally, does that give the players an extra boost?
Our players?
Yeah.
Again, I hope we're to the point now where we want to come out and play our game no matter where we are, But it's exciting. They're going to feel the energy, and they know the challenge. They know the environment. We've tried to make it really tough for them all week. So, but again, for our guys, Matt, I think by now, I'm just trying to create a consistent team. A team that just wherever they are, they stay together. They communicate really well, and they eliminate a lot of the bad ball, and that's going to be a challenge.
Al, you touched on the consistency. We've seen so many flashes offensively. We've seen it defensively. How much focus and how much is the energy spent on this week on being consistent? Some of the guys talked about that, about 4 quarters.
That's it. I think that's it. And again, if you want to be good, you got to take care of yourself first, and you got to do the things that you want to get done in the game, whatever's important to you. For us, we have to improve our penalties. And if we don't, it's gonna hurt us. We want to protect the ball and take the ball away. Just little things like that, and just making it about us and trying to be consistent. These guys have done a good job, though. I gave them some time off to take care of their academics and heal up, and then they came back with a good attitude. We got a long way to go before game day, but it's really important that we just stay even keeled, and they've been doing a good job of getting ready for Cincinnati and the threats that they have in all three phases.
Alex Gall is going back home. He grew up, his family lives in Cincinnati. He's going to have 60 people there, and he used to have season tickets for Nippert. Can you talk about Gall a little bit and how he's progressed in the offensive line and what this might mean to him?
He's really matured, and he's working really hard. He's got leadership qualities, and he's starting to feel comfortable in that position as a leader and holding guys accountable, which is great. And he's played better. He's gotten so much better, and he's just got to relax. I think we've all been in that situation where we're playing in front of people back home and everything. He's just got to relax and block it all out and just worry about what he's got to do every play. And he will. He'll do that. We'll help him through it.
I was going to ask about the extra time, what you were able to accomplish. I guess getting healthy was not one of the things. How has that affected things?
I think we've gotten healthy. I don't know if that's fair. We had a situation where it was just, circumstance were odd, with Gayot. But other than that, we've gotten healthy. Stacy's further along to being healthy. He's just not ready yet. And with that hamstring, we're gonna be in for it all season if we don't take care of it. But Brax is healthy, Grace is healthy, and there's so many other guys that really don't make the injury list that are treating things that they really did get healthy. You know, our guys were off. You know, I think we lifted on Sunday and Friday. We were off Monday, and we went in tops on Tuesday and Wednesday. We were off Saturday. You know, we lifted on Sunday, so we had 2 practices in 6 days, and I think we're healthier than we have been, and we conditioned the heck out of them the last couple of days because of what we're going to face Thursday night. But what we did accomplish is, you know, we got healthy. We got our academics squared away, and I'm talking assignments that are due the next couple of weeks. We did a lot of those. Hit the weight room and just really fix the things that we needed to fix by position and unit. And that's what we accomplished. Again, we're just being proactive with him, just protecting him. But he's full go. He's great. We're just being proactive with him, and we wanted to get him through tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's kind of our walkthrough, and we just wanted to get to that point and then, you know, let him go. So we're just being careful with him.
Al, I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on Rashawn Scott, just kind of the start to his season, and more than anything, the maturity he's shown. I mean, yeah. The younger guys really look up to him. He talked about how he's played for so many quarterbacks here. You know, your thoughts on just the start he's had and how much that leadership has meant in that receivers room.
He's been a lot more consistent in his approach. He's really matured as a young man. You know, he's been through a lot of adversity. I'm really proud of him. I really am. I'm excited for him. And I know everybody gets excited about, you know, catches that slant and runs, you know, but some of those blocks that he made, second and third effort blocks that he's making downfield, that sets the tone for the whole room. And now we have more guys trying to do that. And that's the sign of unselfishness. And he's doing a good job of putting the team first. And he's not trying to press the plays, you know. The plays are coming because he's doing his job really well. And I think that's a lesson for everybody, you know, because the second game he didn't get a lot of plays to him, but Herb had a big game, you know. So I think from that standpoint, he's just doing his job, and because of that, good things are happening for him. So I'm happy for him.
To follow up on that, you know, we saw the growth in Phillip, you know, becoming a more complete receiver. You seen kind of a similar growth with Rashawn and his ability to, you know, obviously 2 different teams and you know, what you asked Phillip to do, but you've seen that kind of growth.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any question. I think, you know, they both missed, you know, last year. You know, they both missed their junior year, basically. Rashawn a little bit longer than Phillip, but I think Rashawn right now is, you know, he's just starting to mature, you know, and he's just playing with poise, and his route running is better, his in cuts are better, protecting the football better. So he's worked hard. So we just got to keep getting him the football. He deserves it right now.
Coach, we talked to the players, and none of them are really looking past this game toward FSU, even though it'd be easy to do so. How have you managed that dynamic among the team?
Again, for us, we're just not even looking past today, to be honest with you. I mean, we got a lot we got to get done today. I mean, all you got to do is turn on the tape. There's 2 things that catch your eye right away, right? So you watched the game last week, all right, and you know, they're on the road, and they almost beat Memphis, okay, and you know, lost a heartbreaker or a chance to win, and then, you know, seeing the TV copies of what the home stadium looks like. So it's going to take every ounce of energy that we have Thursday night, complete focus, and I have faith in our leadership and our team that's where our whole mindset is. And I think they understand that's where it has to be.
What do you think the key has been for your turnovers, creating turnovers, and then also just not having very many of these first 3 games?
Well, you know, Brad is older for sure. You know, Brad is more mature. We're doing a good job protecting him. I think from a culture standpoint, I think the guys are really challenging each other to protect the ball, and on the other side, they're really challenging each other to take it away, and we're finishing some plays. Again, we have a long way to go, but we want to keep that ratio positive, and we also want to do a better job with the penalties. Those 2 go hand in hand.
Hey, Al, you said after the Nebraska game that on that series earlier in the fourth quarter where Brad had the interception in the end zone, you wish you had like hit the brakes a little bit and maybe kicked the field goal, which would have put you up 23 at that point.
Yeah.
And obviously in that game, you ended up needing every point,
Yep.
And you watch college football every week, and you're seeing similar things. Tennessee got caught by Florida the other day, and where's the line? Like, how do you figure out where the line is?
You be aggressive until the probabilities go against you. So again, the second time down, I was going to go for it on fourth down, and then we went off sides. The first time down, the same time down. I think we were on the 1 yard line or 2 yard line. I was going to go for it there. I mean, leave them there. And then we had an offsides. And then, my mind went from going for it on fourth. I was already going ahead to fourth, and my mind went from there to now we're 3rd and 6, and I should have intervened there. And I said, nah, just go with it. And, it ended up being the difference in the game. If we run it there and kick it there and then kick it the next time down, there's not enough time or opportunity to come back, That's just one thing. Obviously we got penalties, we had to clean up 2-point plays, and there's a lot of things obviously that has had our attention. But that's a great example, Gary, of just, you want to stay aggressive, but ultimately my job as the head coach is to protect the team and give us the best chance to win. And that was an error on my part.
But how do you know, like, in the bigger picture, how do you know how do you make a decision when is enough? When is the time to pull back?
Yeah.
I mean, and you see guys getting burned by it every week, when they make a mistake in that regard and they end up getting caught at the end.
Again, I think it's different. It's always different. Each game is different. And just based on Nebraska and what they were playing in their red zone defense, to throw the ball in the end zone in that situation, unless we had to, I didn't tilt the odds in our favor in that, and we paid a price because of it.
Is there ever a spot, when you're up 12, that you don't go for 2?
Again, we're kind of a first half, second half operation. First half, collect points and see where it's at. But I'm always checking upstairs. I'm always checking with the guys upstairs between series because you want to let the coordinators know way in advance. And you don't want to have a situation where you have to use a timeout. One of the issues with the game the other day is we had to use a lot of timeouts. Whether it was the challenge or some other timeouts operationally, and maybe we could have calmed, their momentum down with the timeout, for instance. So I think, and you don't want to be in a situation where you have a 10-second runoff, because you have no timeout. So again, it's really feeling and who you're playing and how you're executing. There's a lot that goes into it.
Al, it seems like in college football in general, nationwide, that with all the spread offenses, the defense has just about disappeared in recent years, and Oregon gives up 62 at home. Your thoughts on the trend?
It's a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge. There's so many different things going on in offenses now, and a lot of guys downfield. Your linebackers are attacking, but the ball is being thrown behind them. There's a lot of different challenges, and obviously that's the way it's going. And we got to continue to do little things that we can do to keep it. We don't want to get in those types of games where you just, last person has it, that type of thing. We want to play good defense, and we got to be able to get to the quarterback. We got to be able to cover him in man. Got to keep the quarterback in the pocket. That really hurt us the other day. We missed 10 sacks. And each game is different. This game certainly will be a big challenge from that standpoint. They ran 100 plays last week.
You're a former tight end who was coached defense for a long time, now head coach. I mean, do you have an opinion on the aesthetics of it? The high scoring back.
Well, I think you guys like it. You guys.
Unless you're on deadline.
You don't like it, Susan?
Dude, not on deadline.
Not on deadline.
I think we played over an hour in the fourth quarter or something like that. So again, there's some challenges there, and again, it's not the genie's out of the bottle now. It's not going back. There might be some rule changes, but I think the biggest thing is just have a good plan on defense, And then, you know, it just underscores the importance of third downs and red zone. You know, to be tough in the red zone and keep points off the board is important. Conditioning is critical. Depth will be critical. All those things. All right, guys, you have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Al.